The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the Chicago Bears and the Kansas City Chiefs. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it up past the 30. Possible run anticipation here as the D-line sandwiches together. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he's finally taken down, but not before getting across midfield and across the 45-yard line. A big hitter there, a first down gain of 26 yards. Now a handoff as they run left side. There he goes left side. And all the way in for a Kansas City touchdown. A great effort there. His first touchdown here of the new campaign. And the Chiefs are going to take a first quarter lead. To try here for the extra point. And his kick is no good. An inauspicious start here kicking-wise as this one stays a 6-0 game. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. And they'll send the tight end in motion left. And he'll take this up near the 35, maybe the 34. 9 yards is the pickup there, and they'll have a 2nd and 1. If these kinds of lanes are available, you have to feel like he's going to have a pretty big game on the ground.
Yeah, you can tell early on he's got a little burst in his step, and that's a big pickup right there on first down. 2
yards on the pickup there, but it's enough to give him a new set of downs.
I know what you're thinking out there. I know a lot of you are thinking, take a shot downfield. It's a great spot for it. I'd say maybe later in the game, definitely in the second half. But right now, I think they were just trying to get some momentum built. Get a first down, pick it up, and keep moving.
They go play action here on first down. And he will find his man on the outside. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. They're 15 yards there on the catch and run. Now they'll run on the draw. Officially no gain on the play, and it's 2nd down. And as a defensive end, getting off the ball quickly, swarming to the football, making a tackle, that's what we saw right there.
Yeah, and that's what their job is. And really, a lot of the time, they have to throttle back a little bit in the run game because you know those defensive ends, they're like in a sprinter stance. They're just headed straight for the quarterback. That was good recognition on that play to hold them to no gain.
Now they'll run it on the toss. And he's going to be stopped up at about the 47-yard line. He only got a couple on that one, so not a ton of help. They'll have a 3rd and 8 forthcoming.
In today's NFL, you hear all the time about stretching the field and creating space in order to run plays. A toss play will help accomplish that because now you're pushing a defense to chase you all the way to the edges and to the sideline. That's a nice run, probing now early to try and get things done later.
And they'll need the 39 here for a first. This is 3rd down. Operating from the gun, Schmidt. He's going to dump that off to his running back, Cohen. And he's able to get the first before he's taken down at the 36. 12 yards there as they move the chains. They'll bring the tight end in motion right here. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he won't get much. Maybe a couple. Down inside the 35 to the 34.
That's a good play by the guys on the defensive side of the ball. Held them to a gain of 2. And that changes the playbook a little bit now for the guy calling plays. 2nd and 8. Now he's got to probably think about going to the air instead of maybe staying with the ground game.
So the offense looking at a 2nd and 8. They'll drop to throw. Escaping the pressure. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. Oh, and after the sack, he's still down on the field. We'll step aside and get an update when we return to Arrowhead. Ninth play of the drive coming up, and certainly not an easy one on 3rd and long. So a collective holding of breath here as the starter heads for the sideline. And they'll turn things over here to the backup to see if he can dig him out of this hole. Oh, it's a screen pass. That's complete. And they'll be inside the 35 now at the 34-yard line. 5 yards on the screen, but that'll take us to 4th down.
They dialed up the screen pass on 3rd down, and for a second, it looked like it was all going to come together, and they had a chance to pick up a first down, but the defense got there and finished it off.
And he's going to miss this one. That is no good. Well outside the left upright, and this score will stay right where it is. So they'll come away with nothing here. A disappointing result even on a day like this.
And as a kicker in the rain, you've got to slow things down a little bit. Give your holder an extra half second to make sure everything's secure. And here, he might have rushed this one a little, and it winds up no good.
The Chiefs offense now making their way back onto the field. Shift together here from the D-line. And he'll give it here to his running back. And very little daylight there. He'll get a couple up to the 44.
Partner, you know I love to point out when teams break tendency and do something a little bit different from the norm. But when you run the ball in the first play of the drive, that's not a tendency breaker at all. That's just trying to establish yourself as you move forward.
And after the play on the ground, that brings up second down here. They go play action. Now Mahomes. They'll roll him out right. And some room to maneuver. And taking it across midfield and just shy of the 40. It'll be a pickup of 16 and a Chiefs first down.
Partner, as a quarterback, sometimes you just got to know when the clock has gone off in your head, it's time to go. Tuck it and get all you can.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll take this one down to about the 40. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
Nice job by that defensive front there to hold him to a short gain on first down. Well played, I must say.
Yeah, only getting 1 yard. There was no room to run. Back now with Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin as the Chiefs in possession of the football as we begin the second quarter. They've got a 2nd and 9 to start things out. Now a handoff here to his running back. And he's got room. And he'll be brought down just outside of the 30. 9 yards on the pickup there as he'll be left with 3rd and 1.
That's a really good job right there. Just kept stringing that play out, pushing him further and further towards the sideline. Really good fundamentals by that defense.
He was trying to put his foot in the ground and turn upfield. He just couldn't.
No, they really had a picket fence in front of him. No room to find to get upfield.
Our first look at the NFL scoreboard comes from Green Bay. And that one all Packers right now. They've scored again. Remember to keep an eye on the ticker, of course, at the bottom of your screen for updates on that game and others around the NFL. They'll try and run for it. Here's Hill. And he picks up the first before he's taken down at the 29. Only 3 there on the pickup, but that's enough to move the chains. They'll send the tight end in motion left. And they give this time to the tailback. And he'll take this down just shy of the 25-yard line. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down.
Not much happening there on first down.
I thought there might have been a hole for a split second.
Yeah, but it dried up pretty quickly, didn't it? Closed fast.
And now here's a carry heading left. And he'll be brought down inside the 20 at the 19. 7 yards there, good enough to move the sticks.
Yeah, once more, strong running, excellent blocking at the point of attack. They've got a nice little drive brewing right here.
They'll bring a receiver in motion left. operating from the red zone now, Mahomes. He rifles one that's intercepted. Able to get there and pick it. And to the 12. That's where it stops. The return is halted at the 12-yard line.
Brandon, this is why golfers do their best to never count a score in their head before the ball goes in the cup. This looked like a slam dunk for points on this drive, didn't it? Instead, they throw an interception, and they're going to come away empty.
Now they'll run it on the toss. Oh, and now he bowls him over. And all the way down to the 36-yard line. A huge play there for Chicago. 52 yards. Back to throw now on first down. And he slings one that's incomplete. Fair to say, hasn't been his best game throwing the football, but also not getting a lot of help out there either.
Yeah, you nailed it pretty well, you know. He's got to throw it better. Got to get more help. Obviously one that should have been caught. They've got to find a way to bring those two elements together so they can make some progress in this one.
Offense looking to avoid a 3rd and long. It's 2nd and 10. They're going to look to throw. And a quick throw here, that's complete. And he'll go down at the 28. 8 yards on the completion, but now they face 3rd down. Looking to throw. And incomplete. The contact made the ball roam free and brings up 4th down.
Perhaps they overthought this one a little bit. They've been running it real well on this drive, and it was 3rd and short, okay? They decided to throw the football incomplete. Yeah, they might have thought just a little bit too hard about that play selection.
And his kick is indeed good, and they are on the board, trailing now 6-3. Well, their offense has struggled for sure, but they get the field goal here and at least get on the board before half.
And that's not something we should underestimate, because just getting points on the board can sometimes have a settling effect on a team. Helps them start their comeback.
This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. And out come the Chiefs now. And the interception thrown in the red zone last time. We'll see if they can rebound.
I just have to think the last thing he said as they went back out there was, don't do that again. What do you think?
What do you think?
Yeah, I think that. I think that not only did he say that, but he also told him, let's put it in the end zone that it's supposed to be in, all right? The end zone we're trying to score. I know we're being a little bit facetious here, but the bottom line is take care of the football, and everything else should flow from there.
Quick lesson, never ask the play-by-play guy a question.
Hey, you're my partner. I know you're right there with me.
And he'll get this one up to the 26. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
Well, they held him to a short gain on that one, and it almost felt like on that first run, they were trying to just throw the jab at him. So how do you stop a jab? Get closer and smother it, just as they did on that last play.
Well, they don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. On play action, it's Mahomes. And he'll go down. The Bears get there for the sack. 2 minutes to play here in the first half. We're back to Arrowhead after this. Going to need better protection here. 3rd and long following the sack from Mahomes and company. Now whistles come in. We're going to get a timeout here by the offense. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime. Going to need better protection here. 3rd and long following the sack from Mahomes and company.
Let's go. Blue, land it. Blue. No. Check. Patriot.
They go play fake. Mahomes. Going up top. And he can't quite intercept it. Zone coverage, free safety was there. Couldn't come up with it, and now it's 4th down. Here's the Chiefs punter now. As the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. This is away, and a very good kick angled for the sidelines. And the punt over the side in the air, and the spot will be inside the 35. Around the NFL, they're in the 2nd quarter at Lambeau. The gap has widened there. The Packers have scored again. And we'll keep an eye on that one as our game goes along here. The Bears offense now gets set to head back onto the field. And last time able to get 3. It's not what they wanted. They wanted 6, but they got at least something. They mustered something out of the drive.
They'll take it. I like the way you've described it. Not ideal, but they'll take it. Anything to put some points on the board. But this time on offense, they don't even want to see the field goal kicker trot on the field. They want that ball in the end zone.
Yeah, they'll be going for 6.
Not a big run on the first play of the drive, but that doesn't necessarily mean it was a bad play. Sometimes you're just trying to settle in, get your guys a little bit of contact, and get things moving.
On play action, they'll throw. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. And the Chiefs are going to signal for and be granted another timeout. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime. The Bears on 3rd down, just 1 for 3 thus far. This will be a tough 3rd and 18.
All right, here we go.
Here's the first carry for Tariq Cohen. And he'll be brought down shy of the 40 at the 38-yard line. Now here's a whistle and a timeout. It's called by the receiving team here. And with halftime on the horizon, they'll be out of timeouts from here forward. Here comes the Bears punter now as he's on to punt for the first time this afternoon. He only punted twice in the win last week as he gets this one away. But fortunately, he's able to recover his own fumble, and that could have been trouble.
I know there's no magnet in the ball, but sometimes for the punt returner, after such a scramble, it sort of feels that way, doesn't it? He has it, he loses it, somehow the ball finds its way back to him.
Atone for his sin, and you know he's taking a deep sigh of relief right now. Around the NFL, they're in the 2nd quarter at Lambeau. Early lead in that one for the Packers. We'll keep you updated on that one as it progresses. And the D-line pinching together must be expecting the run. And he'll give it here to his running back. And he'll take this up to about the 7 or 8 yard line. A good run there on 1st down, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 2.
First play of the drive, let's give credit all around. Excellent blocking, but the guy carrying the ball, he was the finisher. A really nice run.
Now a handoff as they run left side. And he will lose yardage here back to his own 6. He lost 2 there, and it's 3rd down. Now the defense going to use the first of their timeouts. So as they take it over, we step aside. So 3rd and 5, 3rd and medium here.
Double tight, guys, double tight. Hurry up, here we go.
And on the outside, they're playing press coverage. To throw, it's Mahomes sliding out of the pocket. Now he's going to throw it back deep. He's got a man, complete. A big play there just before halftime. 47 yards.
Sometimes it's designed, and sometimes you just have to know when to leave the pocket and move and make something happen. And on that play, he was able to get on the run and was still accurate throwing the football.
So we've come upon halftime here in Arrowhead with the Chiefs on top. As we'll send you down to Orlando, where Larry Ridley has our EA Sports halftime report. Larry? Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. Around the NFL, they're in the second quarter at Lambeau. And that one all Packers right now. They've scored again. Remember to keep an eye on the ticker, of course, at the bottom of your screen for updates on that game and others around the NFL. They'll come out throwing here on first down. They'll try and set up the screen. It's complete. They'll get 4 there out of the screen, and it's second down.
So many things have to come together just right for a screen pass to break for big yardage. The blocking, the timing of the pass to the runner, everything has to fit together just right. But on that play, the defense was able to disrupt things and hold it to a short gain.
They'll look to throw. He's going to flip that out to the flat. It's complete. Give him 2 yards on that play, and that'll bring up a third down.
I know most of the time when the ball's in the air, you're thinking wide receiver, tight end, but running backs, they can be a big part of any passing offense nowadays.
The Bears on third down. They've only converted once in 4 tries. This is 3rd and 4.
All right, here we go. Green, 39. Detroit, Detroit. Watch it now, Barney.
They'll set up a throw. Eluding the pressure right. He can run for it, and he will. He'll wind up getting 4 yards there on his own, but it also brings up 4th down.
How about a tip of the cap to the defense? They're working against a very mobile quarterback, but all day long they've kept him under wraps. And on that play, they held him to a short gain.
Here comes the Bears punter now. On for his second punt. He'd take a repeat of his first. And the kick's away as he angles this one for the sideline. And this one will not be returnable as it sails out of bounds. Now we take a glance at the offense as they work their way back out for their first possession of the second half. They have the lead here. Well, we talk a lot about pregame speeches. What are halftime speeches like?
For the most part, not nearly as emotional. They're a lot more clinical. Every now and then, though, they'll get after you if they think they need to light a fire. But in this case, let's go into the virtual locker room, because here's what I think happened. They got in there and they said, listen, let's take control right away. Defense, we got the lead. Defense, don't give up any points. Turn the ball back over to the offense and let them go down and score and give us more of a cushion in the game. Check so far. Defense shut them down. Let's see if the offense gets done.
So they'll take the yardage and tack on 15 more for the face mask.
Talk about a play that absolutely costs you in the end. Just trying to do your job, right? Trying to get him on the ground. Next thing you know, they're marching off another 15 against your squad.
Possible run anticipation here as the D-line sandwiches together.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56. Leopard, Leopard. Set. Watch it now, Barney, Barney. Pick your game up. Over.
Now a play fake here on first down. Pressure, and he's taken down. A Bear sack.
Well, that play was the very definition of fast, quick, and in a hurry. Suddenly, he was there.
Yeah, blink of an eye. That happened fast and a big sack. They'll run it now out of the gun. And they won't fare much better here as he maybe gets back to the line. No gain on the play this time, and it'll be a 3rd and long situation coming up. The Chiefs on 3rd down. They've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 16.
Set! Blue 90! Blue 90!
They fake the give. Now Mahomes rolling to his right. He's going to let this go deep. Back over the middle. And that one incomplete. Had some position but couldn't hold on, and it brings up 4th down.
They decided to take a shot and right down the middle of the field, and really, they didn't give it as much time to develop, did they? They want to take that shot somewhere around the 15-yard mark.
And the defense able to recover, bat it free. Here's the Chiefs punter now as he's on to kick it away. He gets us away. It's a good one, drawing toward the sidelines. This one angles out of bounds at a good spot in the coffin corner. And they're going to mark this out of the 5-yard line. Now the Bears offense ready to take over again. These guys had to punt last time. It has not been a very fruitful game offensively thus far. They haven't even made a trip to the red zone. And
I know that everyone's going crazy on that sideline because that drives you berserk to come off the field, not really move the ball well. As you said, not even get to the red zone, let alone, not even put points on the board. They've got to just take a deep breath, relax, try and figure out what is working, and call more of that.
And he gets it up to the 10-yard line here. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up 2nd down. So 2nd and medium, 2nd and 5 now.
Detroit! Detroit!
Now they'll run it on the toss. And he'll take this one only up to about his 13-yard line. Still a couple yards short of the first as the 3-yard gain brings up a 3rd down.
Okay, work with me here. Make sure I'm clear on this one. Inside their own 10-yard line and they run a toss play, I know it works, but ordinarily that takes a lot of chutzpah to do something like that because only thing more dangerous is trying to throw the ball in that situation and maybe taking a big loss.
The Bears on 3rd down, just 1 for 5 to this point. Here it's 3rd and 2. Now a handoff here to his running back. And he'll lose yardage here. Back at the 11, he goes down. And a loss of 3 to bring up 4th.
They tried to run right into the teeth of the defense on 3rd down, but looked like those teeth were pretty sharp.
They were having absolutely none of it. Stuffed him for a loss.
Yeah, couldn't get any leverage up front and move people aside in order to run the ball.
And where will this be spotted? The side judge says it went out just across midfield. Now the Chiefs offense, they get ready to head on the field. And a tight game after punting last time. See if they can get something going on this drive.
As they head to the field now, with the game this close, you've got to feel there's a sense of urgency for them going on offense right now. But they have to do it without letting panic creep in and affect their play.
Now let's go! Blue 90! Blue 90!
They'll run it now out of the gun. And no room that time, getting it to about the 46. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
This is what happens sometimes when you abandon the running game. It's hard to get back to it because once guys get out of that mentality of firing out and hitting people, hard to get them started again occasionally.
Let's go.
Now Mahomes throwing on 2nd down. And he's got his man on the out route. And he's brought down. It'll be a pickup of 16 and a Chiefs first down.
But it appears that they read man defense and went to the out route. And what you have to do on that one is the receiver's got to make sure he works the defender towards the middle of the field to give himself space to cut to the outside and have that ball delivered with good timing. And they got it done.
Here we go now.
Shift together here from the D-line.
No. Check, Patriot. No. Check, Patriot. Watching it. Watching it.
Now they'll run it on the toss. And able to push his way forward here for a good little gain. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4.
Boy, where would these guys be without his performance on the ground? That puts him over 100 yards now for the afternoon, and I tell you, he seems to be getting stronger as the day goes along.
On the NFL scoreboard, 3rd quarter now in Lambeau. And that one all Packers right now. They've scored again. And we'll keep an eye on that one as our game goes along here.
Set. Detroit.
And to give this time to the tailback. And he'll go down, and that will do it for the 3rd quarter of action. We're back now in KC. It's been a very hotly contested game to this point. Just a field goal separating these two teams as we get set for the 4th quarter. The Chiefs on 3rd down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. They're up against a 3rd and 1 situation.
Set. Blue 90.
They'll hand it off now. Hill. And he will have a first down at about the 21-yard line. Call it a gain of 7, and it gets him a new set of downs. I'm guessing you'd say this is kind of the key here. Grind out some yardage, work on that clock, see if you can continue to tick it down.
Definitely, you want to bleed things out at this point, right? Continue to possess the football, gain some yardage, and put the onus on the defense. Do they have to use timeouts? What are they going to do to stop you? You're taking charge.
We saw a number of good games earlier today. This one might top all of those. It's been a dandy as we come up on 1st and 10. They'll run it now out of the gun. And not much to speak of there. Maybe a yard down to the 20. And in this situation with the lead 4th quarter, they're liking keeping the ball on the ground, I'm sure.
That's just smart football, but you know the defense has to know it as well. They've got to stop them here. So now we're going to see that loading the box in a big way. 6, 7, 8, 9, whatever it's going to take, puts a little bit more pressure on your big offensive line.
And now inside the red zone, the offense will operate. And he'll give it here to his running back. And they've got it inside the 10 at the 8. It's a good gain of 11, sets him up 1st and goal.
Do my eyes deceive me, or is he getting stronger as this game moves along?
Burst seems just as good here in the 4th as it was way back in the 1st, doesn't it?
I do believe someone put a lot of time in the offseason and continues to condition during the season in order to continue to carry the ball at this rate.
And a new set of downs here after picking up the first on the ground. And the D-line pinching together must be expecting the run.
Set. Green 39.
Now a handoff here to his running back. And he will maneuver his way down to about the 7. It's a gain of a yard, and it'll set up 2nd and goal. Able to stay in bounds, so the clock keeps rolling. And this defense right now backed up in the red zone. Another touchdown, it's over. They've got to stand tall quickly.
Been in this spot before. Now there's a little bit of desperation creeping in, and all you're doing when you're talking to your defensive teammates is first guy there, hold him up. Second, third guy in, break it the football. Get it out. We've got to create a turnover because one more score, and this game's over.
And that'll move him a little closer as he takes it from the 7 down to the 4-yard line. The recipe's pretty simple, I think, right? Just give your superstar the ball, continue to feed him.
Yeah, don't overthink this one, right? Make sure he's touching the football, but you're also counting on his intelligence in playing the game as well. If it's not there, don't force the run. Just make sure you hang on to the football and keep the clock ticking.
This a big play for both sides. What will we see here? 3rd and 4. And they'll go ground game here with a tailback. And they'll be driven back here, losing yardage to the 9. He loses 4, and it brings up 4th. So on 4th down, out trots the kicker in a big spot here from the right hash, and this one just a chippy. And he missed it. It's no good. And this score will stay right where it is. So that's one you almost never see at this level. A wobbler from very short range, and it winds up no good.
All right, Brandon, if he slipped or someone got a hand on it, then I could understand it. But it's almost like he heard a whistle or something that stopped his swing. A very strange result, especially for an NFL kicker.
So this offense really needs to make something happen here late in the 4th with the football.
Here we go. 3-19. All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56. Detroit! Detroit!
They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. Steps away to his left. And he's got the hook up here, complete. And they'll bring him down here right around the 17-yard line. Just a yard on the catch there. It'll be 2nd and 9. He was out there waving his arms, and when you got a quarterback out of the pocket looking for any help, I guess waving the arms is helpful.
It certainly is, because you got to get his attention, because now you're in scramble drill. So everyone's adjusting their routes, finding open space, and he found the right spot for the completion.
All right, here we go. Blue, back 99 Philly. Here we go. Over.
From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. He's going to find his running back. It's complete. And he'll be a couple yards shy of the 20 at the 18. One of the bigger plays in the game thus far, and the crowd getting into it as we come up on a big 3rd down.
Let's go. Green, 39.
Back to throw here. He's going to leave this for his running back. It's complete. And able to get this across the 20 before going out of bounds. One score down. Here we go. They're going to go for it here on 4th down.
Detroit! Hurry up, here we go. Detroit! No. Check, Patriot! No. Check, Patriot!
Got to try it here. He's back to throw. He's got his man on the crossing route. Give him 16 on the pickup. And the Bears are going to get a first. First down now, but that clock rolling.
Lucky 56.
Back to throw. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And he's finally taken down, but not before getting across midfield and across the 45-yard line.
All right, here we go. Green, 39. Detroit! Detroit!
Throwing on first down. Schmidt flush to his right. And an alley to run. A big hit. Knocked down sideways. Right on the 30-yard line. Another nice gain. 13 yards that time and another first down.
Detroit, here we go. Detroit, now look it up. Hurry up, here we go. Green. No. Check. Patriot. All right, now look at 56.
On first down, Schmidt. He couldn't quite hold it. Got hit. Ball pops out. Incomplete. Well, pretty good coverage there, and both of these defenses, they've had good coverage throughout this one.
No doubt about it, and in today's NFL, where we're used to a bit more scoring, this feels almost like a well-pitched game in baseball on both sides where the tension continues to build. Who's going to make the big play?
Unable to connect on the first down pass play. Now it's second down.
Hurry up, here we go.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he will lose yardage here to the 31-yard line. It'll be a loss of 1, and that'll bring up a 3rd and 11 situation.
I know they got a little yardage there, but I'm not sure their investment is right. They're still running the football, and I'm not sure there's enough time to continue to do that.
The Bears on 3rd down. It's been a problem. Just 1 for 7 thus far. This is 3rd and 11.
Detroit! No. Check. Patriot! Leopard!
He'll look to throw. Over the middle, it's complete. And now before this 4th and 2 play comes to fruition, they're going to think about it and call a timeout, as they'll stop it with 13 seconds left to play. Around the NFL, they're in the 4th now in Green Bay. And that one, all Packers right now. They've scored again. If they hold on, a victory there would be their 3rd of the year. Well, they got themselves in position to at least entertain the thoughts of an overtime, but as it turns out, it was not meant to be, Charles.
And you feel bad for a kicker in this spot. He's going to have to shoulder a lot of the blame, but in reality, this will be a team loss. They didn't do enough collectively to get the job done.
Down to a knee here. The defense still with a couple of timeouts. We'll see if they want to use them. And with inside of 10 seconds, 8 to be precise, we get whistles and a timeout on the field.
Hurry up, here we go. Green, 39.
Victory in the cards now for the Chiefs as they take a knee here. And now with 6 seconds remaining, they're going to burn their final timeout. The Chiefs on 3rd down. They've hit it 50%, 3 of 6 to this point. This is going to be 3rd and 13. Down to a knee one more time, and that should just about do it. Well, Charles, the forecast called for rain throughout the entire game, and we got rain throughout the entire game. But these two teams, they had fun getting dirty out there. They love the slop.
Did you trust the forecast ahead of time? Are you one of those guys
I'm a little
that's skeptical about it, or did you trust it?
But when I saw just a big blob of green on the radar, I said, okay, let's trust.
Yeah, and that's why I'm glad you took my advice. Got your notes laminated, because, you know, open-air booth, that rain can affect us as well, although not as much as the guys on the field. But let's face it, it's kind of fun to watch these types of games, isn't it?
It is. By the way, how impressive is it that you travel with a laminator? I didn't even know there was a portable laminator.
The things that you learn.
Golly, wise beyond his years. So for Kansas City, it's an ideal start as they move to 3-0 now on the young season. And they'll be able to enjoy this one through the bye week before they get back at it again. Meanwhile, for Chicago, they suffered defeat for the first time as they dropped to 2-1. And they'll try to turn it around next week as they head to Atlanta for a matchup with the Falcons. So that'll do it for us. For my partner, Charles Davis, and all the hard-working men and women on our crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL right here